Hey everybody, it's Ken here again with the boat loader, the Eide boat loader. So going through my last couple videos, I noticed that I didn't get as detailed as I should with some of the racking and how the wiring is done and how the rollers are how the ropes are wound up on the rollers, and also again on the splicing of some of the lines. Like this is one of the clips that you have to put in to hook it onto the boat itself. And so let me show you how I've done the splicing, and then also I want to show you the instruction manual. I'll actually hold the camera over the top of the pages and then flip them, and then you can pause them and look at them if you want to get the instructions off of that. So anyway, here is one of the things. I've already spliced some of it. You can see how it kind of goes in and out, and you know, it just waves kind of through, in and out. It weaves itself through. So what I do is I typically just will open up a little section like that. You can kind of see there's a little hole. I put my finger through like that, and then what I did on this end before I get to that is I taped. You start here and you work your way up with electrician tape, with black electrical tape, so you get a point, and that actually acts like a needle, so you can thread it in and out. This is the way I do it anyway. And then just push it through that hole, pull it tight, make sure it's tight on there, and then do another one. And I'll put it up maybe about 10 inches or so. I know in the instructions they say to leave at least 20 inches at the end for splicing. But then I will just keep doing that and then put it through. Now this one's a little long, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut this off, and then, because I don't need all that. That's a long, it's a long piece there. I don't need all that, so I'm going to cut it off about there, and then I'll actually burn the end of it so I can, if it works. Melt the end of it. There we go, just a little bit. And then I'll take the electrician's tape again, and I will make another end on it. Again, starting down a little further, just like this, and then wrap it around, and then causing a point at the end to make it look like it's kind of a needle in there, or just to give it a point so it's easier to thread. Okay, so that's what it looks like at the end. Kind of a point on there. This one's probably a little bit bigger than what I'd like, and then just keep threading it back through, and then one more again. Let's see if I can get this one. Now what we'll do is we'll tape that up. I'll wrap tape around the end of this so it sticks, and then start wrapping. Pull it tight, make sure it's real tight, nothing loose, and then I'll start wrapping around the end of it, because what you want to do is make sure that it'll go in or through the eyes real good, and just wrap down. That way it keeps it from coming apart. And that's probably a good 10 inches there of it being braided in, and that's just the way I did it. And then so that's pretty tough. That'll hold pretty good. So that's braided, and then what I want to do now is to show you the instructions on the boat loader. So let's look at this. And so here's the boat loader. Here are the instructions. I hope you can see this, because I can't see what's in the video right now, but hopefully you can see all that. Here's the instructions. I don't know, this might be hard to read on the camera too, I don't know. If anybody needs these, they can just put in the comments and I'll email them. This is where I said that I had to put two eyelets in there. You see, I put some of my own measurements in there, so yours will be different. Whatever boat you have will be different. Actually, this I could probably do like this. Well, it flipped the page for me. That's good. Sorry about the wind. Could have done this inside, I guess. Some of this might be hard to see too on video. See, here's where it talks about the winch line, but it doesn't tell you if this is which side this is, so you don't really, it doesn't really tell you how that gets rolled on there. And then that's the last page of it. So you can see there isn't much there's a few diagrams in here, but it really isn't that good. Here's their line splicing. I'm not sure. They talk about actually going up inside the line and splicing it that way, but you need a special tool to do that and weave it in and out that way. I don't know, the way I did it seems to hold pretty good. So, but if you want, go buy the manual. You know, that might be the best thing to do. That way you won't have issues. And then this is the exploded view of this is a Model 205, which actually has these clamps that go onto the rails, to like a drip rail on top of a truck or an older vehicle that has the drip rails like that. And they don't make them like that anymore. So, but this is the frame. This is what I got: the frame, the rollers, these side rails, the motor, the box, and that's basically all I got in this kit. And then I'll show you that this is the parts, but a lot of them are kind of hard to figure out in there too. Sorry about that. Okay, now I'm sure by now you're really bored, but let me show you the rollers and stuff up here. So this is how, and hopefully you can see it well enough. See, here's a roller that goes to the front roller, and then you can see that eyelet up front that the line's going through. But this is a power line. So this is right from the motor itself. And then it comes off of here, goes up front, and then goes to the back and then down. And then this side actually have hung up there, hooked up. And then the other side that I have laying down there, but this is just for traveling right now. I have it hooked up like up there. But then what it does is it goes over the top and goes down to the boat then. And same with the other side, you can see that. So what they're saying is that this roller here, power roller, should be a foot from here to here. And then this roller, this motor actually sits up a little higher. You can see on that other side, you can see it sits up, well, it's a little lower, I guess. They're supposed to be lower. And then this roller sits lower yet, because what happens is once it comes back here, then it has to be able to tilt. So when it gets back here, then it gets this far, and then it tilts up. So that's why that is a little lower than the other ones. And then you can see the eyelet right here with the rope going through it, and that goes down to the boat itself. Now the front roller actually ends up being just about where the eyelets are on the boat, right where you put there's the two eye bolts. There's two in the front and two in the back. The two eye bolts come almost right up to that roller right there, and when it does, then it locks in the back with the cable from the line that goes actually down. So, and I'll show you that one here in a little bit, but this is what it looks like when it's on the truck itself. And then here's the connections. Here are the connections. There you can see how that's all put in there. And then here's where it goes down underneath into the bumper. Right there. And this is the cable that they supply with it. And I just have the one ground wire going to a bolt on the bumper, and then the positive wire goes all the way up to the battery then, underneath the truck. We'll go along the top. And then here you can see this is one of the down lines. This is one of the down lines coming down here. And this is a power line here coming out. This is the one that goes up around the roller. And then that connects up to the eye bolt on the boat itself. And then this is the down line right there. That's the one that connects to the back of the boat to hold it up in the back. And then once this starts to go, then it pulls the boat up, and then over the top. And then this is the front of the rack. And then again, this is how they're bolted into the bed through this. So hopefully all that made sense. Well, I guess we'll have to see, and then go from there. If you need any help with anything, give me some comments in the comment section. Otherwise, email me or let me know what your email is, and I'll email you back the instructions. Hopefully, this was more informative. Talk to you later.